What's going on? What's going on? Brutus here, bringing you the last war recap of an arranged war between OneHive Prime and North Watchers. North Watchers is a sister or feeder clan, or associated with North Remembers. It was a great war. We were, well, let's give them props. So shout out to North Watchers for the great war, and they took home the win by 5 stars. Congrats to you guys, and thank you for the great war. I'm looking at my bonus award and I'm like, that's not right because I got more than that. But anyway, so we were going for our 100th win, and unfortunately just came up short. So but with the war recap, I wanted to show some very interesting attacks that I saw from the fellas over at OneHive Prime, the primates. There was some really sexy attacks, and someone that I enjoy watching quite a bit. There was, for his creativity, a few 6-packs, but YonaMasta. I really enjoyed this raid because, well, I like his attention to detail. So what we have here is we have a baby dragon on the far left side that is really out of the range of most things, so it creates a nice little funnel to make sure that his bowlers don't head north. He's got his bowlers doing basically a bowler walk. With his baby dragon up there that got, I believe, 2 defenses and some more trash buildings because it's going to head upward. But meanwhile, on the east side, he's got about 3 wizards to form the funnel behind his golem there, where he's going to send his valkyries. So we have a bowler walk, which is still doing work down here. Baby dragon funnel that did some defenses as well, and then he's got a cold blood entry with some valkyries behind it, healing them up and poisoning the kill squad, and then dropping down that jump. That's where he wants his valkyries to head down to, because the bowlers on the south are just wrecking face. With those the defenses distracted, he sends in some flanking hogs. I mean, I just love the creativity on this. His valkyries break through the wall. His bowlers are still up. The healers are down because of that air defense, but keep your eye on the bowlers, okay? So it starts to fizzle out here, and everybody's butthole is getting super puckered. Ooh, right? So he sprinkles in his last few hogs here. Queen is still up, which is what we're looking at. Like we're gonna leave. Usually you see that down in the middle of the kill squad push, but he's gonna save her for last. Those bowlers made it all the way around to help support the BK here. So at this point, he's got 7 hogs left, 2 heals, and a poison. And now the bowlers are under fire. He put down the heal to try to sustain them, but you know he's got 1 of the 2 as they step upwards into it. With that going down, they're going to step upward, and that queen is just going to snipe them. So he drops down the other heal to try to help his queen get beat through that wall. But while she's distracted, there comes the last hogs. Sneaking them in from behind, and as you guys know, one of my favorite sayings is just sprinkle some hogs on them and get the fuck out of here. So it was a great raid, really creative, nothing but cleanup at this point. Really enjoyed the bowler walk. It was a nice, you know, you see HGHB all over the freaking place, or hobos and whatnot. So I really like the bowler walk that Yuna did on this. Nice job, man. Alright, so let's move upward. Take a look at, I believe it was Rage? Drogo. So this reminded me a lot of D's Nuts, but just smaller, and because you're making room for bowlers. So he takes a 1-for-1 trade here with some loons, misses the motor on the bottom, got a golem down, created the funnel with the trade as well, that's what I really liked about this. One wizard on the camp. So now the funnel is really nice and wide for those bowlers to get in there that he's got in the CC. Really patient, letting that drag create baby drag create the funnel on the south here. Down goes the poison to stop those Ginger Ninjas from wrecking face. Down goes the Rage to wreck the Ginger Ninja's face. Then note on his jump, but notice how he keeps it shallow so that his kill squad stays downward, which I really enjoyed, because his bowlers would head north towards those storages, and you want to keep it downward to help support his dragons here. And so here comes that D's nuts portion. I guess we're just missing the hound for the back end, but he's got 2 dragons here to help support and flank his kill squad coming from the south. And then meanwhile up north, there's that hound. Up north he has the Lalo. So rather than having 2 or 3 hounds, you guys see what I'm saying? It reminded me of a miniature D's nuts. I love it. Love it. Got a bowlers on, adding bowlers, subbing out some hounds and some dragons from your typical D's nut army, or the double zap quake drag Lalo, but it's such a mouthful. So you basically sub some drags and a hound for the bowlers, and you got yourself a little miniature. What is that? Gobo D's nuts? Bolo D's nuts? I don't know. It's sexy is what it is. Great raid. I was really impressed with the creativity of this and the wide variety of troop usage on this. Great base scouting and execution of the raid. So the next one here, let's take a look at Rage. Was another one that I was like, oh shit, son. Let's take a look at Rage. And if you notice the theme, they're all fresh hits. So down here, oh, like a Lavalunian. What? Did he just say what I think he said? Yeah, it's like a Lavalunian, ain't it? AQ Walk Lavalunian? Shoot. I guess you would kind of call this a mass minion, but I wouldn't. I just call this an excellent, hand-tailored army. So he puts down his Archer Queen up north, minions from the left and right to help that fight. Make sure that Queen goes where he wants her to go. Queen's okay as she takes some fire from her ex-boyfriend up there. Now he's under 2-point defense, but then works back around, so now she'll get healed back up. Takes down that air defense, and she'll get the sweeper and the bow, one of the 2 bows, as well as the wizard tower, which is important for the minions because splash damage is their worst enemy. So he still has the ability, puts down the rage. She's now taking 3-point defenses. Hopefully with that beefy queen she can take down 1 or 2-point defenses as they come up, but then he has to use the second rage on her because it's but look how much he's getting from that investment. He's got all 4 Teslas, I think a bow, a mortar, the wizard tower, the kitchen sink, and the bathtub. I'm just kidding. I mean, it was worth the investment of that spell. As you can see for the rest of this, he's still got his minion, 1 more minion here to help with this funnel. And now she'll the wall breakers right here were to try to open up to let her out, and it didn't quite get that this peg right here next to her. Didn't quite get it, but he was fortunate enough that she still saw the opening and redirected that way, and that's what he was trying to get done. So I'm still not very good at that, leaving an opening for him, so I was really impressed with the surgical placement of his wall breakers there. Just didn't quite get what he needed, but it still worked out, right? So down goes his BK tank. Goes in there to suicide swap the Archer Queen. Queen is still up doing work. Last rage on her. She'll take up that whole side, and then we pause here. So he's got 2 hounds, 1 hound in the CC. There goes Max Hound. He's got loons behind it, and it's a straight shot. If you look at the direction, half this base is destroyed. So the only thing in front of the loons and the minions is the hounds. And he's got the haste to make sure that they stay that way. So I'll zoom back out just a little bit, but excuse me. But he basically just very patient with making sure that the hounds stay in front of everything. So the loons will take care of those wizard towers, which behind that will be the minions. I mean, it's old school Lavalunian right there. I just loved it. He had an AQ walk half the base, used all the rages on her, and then Lavalunian the other half of the base with the suicide swap with that BK. I mean, it's just an excellent planning of the base, and well executed. So great job, Rage. Let's go ahead and fast forward through this, and then one last one. All right. And she has her own fan club, is what I heard. That's just what people say. Bella. We're gonna see your HGHB. Really nice. What I liked about this HGHB is the funnel, the attention to detail of the funnel on this. You know, you got one barbarian to get a funnel, to get two trash buildings. Really just great troop usage right there, very efficient. So now the majority of them are gonna, with those 2 camps out of the way, and the queen, excuse me, the queen all but ensuring that that funnel is gonna take place. They all go in the middle. So with that last mortar out of the way, and now the wall breaking through, that's when you want to put down the bowlers. If you put down the bowlers before that wall breaks, they will aggro onto that elixir or jelly pump, and it's a wrap after that. They won't reroute unless it goes down within a short period of time. So rages them up, takes care of the entire center. But here's what I liked about it: as they're going up the gut, she sprinkles in the hogs from the side. And they're not even distracted, but you know, she has enough of them, almost like a surgical, but just without that miniature giant tank. But with it going up the gut, she's just sprinkling some hogs and getting the fuck out of there. You know, she's sprinkling the hogs from the side. She's still got 5 hogs. She uses the rest of those last 5 flanking hogs, and she swags out a heal spell. She don't even need it. It was just awesome. It was such a fast raid. I really like the like a football strategy right there. Up the gut on one and then flank on the side. So great HGHB, straight up the middle, flank with the hogs on the side, and still has a swag spell at the end. Great job, Bella. Let's go ahead and fast forward, because nothing but cleanup. So yeah, tough loss. Looking forward to this war so we can get our 200th win. Oh, I'm sorry, 100th win. Sorry about that. Ain't nobody's going to be coming up on their 200th win. That's the reason why that's on my mind. But great job, Bella. Great job to everybody, all my primates, and all my clannies over at OneHive Prime. And again, congrats to North Watchers on the win. Once again, it's Brutus reminding you, you got to be better than the double. And I'll check you next time.